All right, hello and welcome to the 2019 United Healthcare U.S. Open. We've got our fourth and final quarterfinal match of the day. Number one ranked player Paola Longoria of Mexico versus Maziel Rivera, number 18 for this event from Bolivia. Longoria, the reigning U.S. Open champion and also number one on tour. She's also the current world champion. Rivera, a rising star on the LPRT. This is her first trip to the quarterfinals for the U.S. Open.
Rising star is definitely something I would agree with, TJ. Hi, everybody. My name's Tim Baghurst, joined by LPRT Commissioner TJ Bamba. Rivera coming off a semifinal appearance at LPRT's last tournament and certainly establishing herself as somebody who's going to be very, very hard to beat. She's a very emotional player, very fun to watch, athletic, hits the ball really hard.
Yes.
Especially backhand. She has a really good backhand. Of course, in purple, Longoria, who we all know as the lady who's dominated racquetball for the last several years, looking to claim yet another U.S. Open title. And it starts by hitting shots like that. Wow. First point for Longoria. Thanks to all of you joining us and sharing the feed. You can see Longoria's shoulder is heavily taped.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that she has had on and off problems with her shoulder over the past 6-8 months. She missed the Open Bolivia event last season due to shoulder issues and is struggling again in a little bit this season.
There's that backhand. Wow, she really steps in and hits that hard. And anybody who's done a little scouting on Rivera would know that. I think might be worth sticking to the forehand side. Rivera herself with a knee brace, but I think that's more for diving as opposed to any kind of injury. Really loose serve from Rivera, handled very well by Longoria. Longoria, I like the fact her shoes match. Purple Nike shoes. She's always.
She has the, Nike is a big sponsor of hers, so she is always decked out in Nike attire. I love those sneakers, actually.
Good shooting from Rivera. She needs to do that well. I think the key for her is keeping the unforced errors low. She's a shooter. She likes to really step in and hit, but she's going to have to play clean. If she gives Longoria the free points, Longoria is too consistent, and she will win this match probably fairly comfortably should that happen. Much better Z-serve that time. And look at that for a shot. Watch how she steps in and hits this. Not leaning back. Nice balance. Well, off speed from Rivera. She won't be overawed by this occasion, TJ. It's a big moment, and Rivera seems to rise to these occasions. She seems to embrace the people watching. I mean, we've got a full crowd behind us in the stands. Of course, she knows everybody watching around the world, and she seems to thrive on it.
She does. And you know what? She also, it's like yesterday, one of her matches was not on the streaming court, and she was trying to negotiate with me to be on the stream. She wants to be on here. She, like you said, thrives on it.
3 serving 2, she takes the lead. That should be a screen. If you're going to be consistent, you've got to call a screen for both times. I bet if Longoria had raised her hand, that screen would have been called. Longoria said, no, I want to take that. And here we go.
No, segundo servicio.
Longoria standing at the bottom of your screen as you see it. Z probably coming up. And a really, really good one.
Tough serve, just doesn't come off the back wall.
3-3.
Marie Renee won.
No, segundo servicio.
Another Z coming up. Oh, wow.
Tough.
I mentioned that backhand, TJ, and I mentioned she has to take her chances. She's doing both. She's hitting that backhand well, and she's winning the point because of it. Skip ball, Longoria.
4-3.
So 4 serving 3. This is game 1. Again, our final quarterfinal. The winner of this match will play Monse Mejia in the semifinals. Our other matchup in the semis will be Samantha Salas and Maria Jose Vargas.
So
Cambio.
we get a side out. Rivera wants a replay. She's athletic.
3-4.
I think she could have got this. Slightly hindered, and it doesn't matter how much hindered, it's the fact she couldn't get there. And so Rivera is just explaining, look, I think I could have got that, and you've got to give me that opportunity. If there's any kind of impediment, you don't know whether I could or couldn't have got that, especially as close as she was to that ball.
Yes. I would say there was no question there was some interference there.
Of course, had a replay been called, I'm sure Longoria would have been in the back of the court asking for a clarification of why. Oh my gosh. Rivera with the power.
4-3.
You know, she's been working on her game, as all these players do, off court, but she was telling me how she's really gotten into fitness and really training in the gym regularly to get ready for these events.
Well, and she was, I think it's fair to say, a part-time player for a little while and has really dedicated herself to playing all of the tour stops, and we're seeing the result. Wow. She's on fire right now.
She's confident. She wants to be here. She loves the game.
That's outrageous. I mean, didn't even hesitate. 5 serving 3. Great pass from Longoria. The serve a little loose.
3-5.
Longoria known for just that consistency of hitting that ball 2 bounces before the back wall. Can hit every shot, as we know, but is really high percentage player. Wow. Taking the ball early. She's just playing well. I'd like to see Longoria get her racket up and just slow down Rivera, because Rivera is just, she has the momentum.
No, segundo servicio.
Won't make it.
Punto.
Another point for Rivera.
6-3.
6 serving 3. And another flat winner.
And she's pinching well on both sides, forehand, backhand, and into both corners.
So,
Pinch,
timeout.
pinch.
If you're watching, thanks for sharing. Thanks for watching. We've got some great action on court right now. We've had a lot already today, 3 matches.
Yes.
And 2 more doubles coming up later today. It's been a lot of drama, and we've started to see things get really, really tense today. You know, players in the round of 16s, rounds of 32s. Maybe the matches aren't so one-sided. Now everything is just tighter, especially, I think, that first game.
Right. I would agree with that.
If you're just joining us watching the LPRT maybe for the first time, we're here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is the U.S. Open. It's the biggest tournament as far as participation goes, including the amateurs, over 700 here. And many, many people behind us watching on, some even sharing their own stream on their phones. Might as well turn in, watch what we've got.
Yes.
It's certainly entertaining.
All right, Rivera serving again. Set up.
Tough. Oh, what an effort.
Attempt there by Maziel Rivera.
3-7.
Good timeout from Longoria. She got the side out. It's what she wanted. I think this match certainly will be a test of Rivera's fitness. As you mentioned, Longoria is going to push her all over the court.
Yeah, I mean, we know Longoria. I saw her upstairs before this match. I think she did about 30 minutes of cardio before she even stepped on this court. That's what we talked about, these top players, top 3 players on the LPRT. They have their routines, their pre-match routines that they do every time. And they come in ready to play.
And I think some of the, 4 through 12 ranked players are starting to learn that.
Yes.
They're starting to see that, you know what, my opponent is coming in and starting very fast. What's going on? Oh, I can't do what I did when I was just playing in my local club.
Right. And although we did change scoring format, we're no longer going 5 games. It's still a challenge. I mean, these players know that fitness shouldn't be the detriment to their game to a loss. So Longoria serving.
There's a skip from Rivera. She'll want that one back. We haven't said that so far in this match. But Longoria, after that timeout, has found some momentum. She's starting to come back into this. Really well done. Look at how she turned her body using quick feet to get herself into position.
No, segundo servicio.
Z serve likely coming up to the left side. too easy for Longoria. She's too good up near the encroachment line. The Z kicking off the sidewall.
Every time, every time. 5-7. No, segundo servicio. Right back, Moss. Right back. Let's go.
Wow, that's tough from Longoria. Inch perfect. Let's take another look.
6-7.
Splat winner. 2 bounces before that foot fault line.
No, segundo servicio.
Wow, that was close. Second serve for Longoria.
It was power from Rivera, but it came back to the middle.
7-7.
And Longoria is clawing her way back in, and it's now equal, 7 serving 7.
So players have a little timeout here. We'll do the same. We'll be back live in just 1 minute. All right, we're back in after a timeout. Maziel with a good shot there.
7-7.
Still tied 7-7 in game 1.
Yeah, Longoria ran into Rivera, and you saw her look back, asking for a replay. No, says our official Herrera.
You know, Longoria had her hand up for a screen serve on that one. No call by the referee, and I would agree with the referee. I thought that was a great serve. Nice angle into this left corner.
And credit Longoria for continuing to play rather than just holding up.
Which we've talked about some of these players making that mistake.
This isn't yours, right?
No, segundo servicio.
She wore the same jacket yesterday, except just
TJ, what we've seen is Longoria starting to pick on the forehand of Rivera, and I talked about that at the beginning. Her drive serve, of course, then Rivera skips one on the backhand, but I think Rivera's backhand is
8-7.
better, more consistent than her forehand, and Longoria's been serving to the right more than she typically does. Well, that hit her body.
Did it? I didn't. I thought maybe it was just a funny bounce off her racket.
Well, we'll see if we got a replay of that. Let's take another look.
9-7.
I don't know. It looked like it just brushed through, hit her shirt perhaps. Doesn't matter. Wasn't called. Play continues. Point Longoria.
Now service service.
9 serving 7.
Myers to court number 2. Myers to court number 2.
That's just textbook. Longoria says a little something to herself as she walks back. Everybody knew what she was going to hit. We all did.
Right.
Longoria did. Rivera did. But Rivera had to hit the shot, right? And sometimes when you have so much time, everyone knows what you're going to hit. It puts pressure on to hit that shot right. She did it really well.
Yes. I would say that pressure comes with all of Longoria's opponents. I mean, she's obviously has this proven record. She's the current, #1 player on tour. She's got a lot of wins. I mean, she's currently trying to earn her 100th professional title.
Huge milestone for Longoria.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of wins. I mean, the closest female pro to Longoria, I think, had 50. I think our Todd Boss of Pro Racquetball Stats said it was about 50 wins, and that was Michelle Gold.
Now service service.
Rivera has a lot of fans here in the stands. She's from Bolivia but lives in the U.S. currently. An enigmatic player off the court. Longoria will shoot this. Running around to her forehand. That's a Salas move. I just wonder how much power Longoria has in that backhand with her shoulder problems.
I don't know. I don't know if it's affecting her backhand or forehand more. Maybe because she ran around that one. Maybe backhand.
Might be a tell.
That's
11 serving 8. Longoria closing in on this first game. And you feel that Rivera has to win this first game. Wow.
It's tough. I mean, she's playing so confidently.
It's fantastic racquetball.
It really is.
But she's struggling with that Z.
I've seen some really good Z serves to this left side on this court all day today, but that one popped way out, gave Longoria a setup.
Another point for Longoria. One of the things we noticed, especially in Mexico, was the jam serve. And then we didn't see it very much at the LPRT by the beach in Virginia. Something Rivera might think about. She hits that one out of the court. She's going to take a second and final timeout. Good timeout, TJ. She's just lost the momentum and just it's become a bit chaotic in the court. Longoria controlling the rallies. Wise timeout.
Yes, and I've seen Paola Longoria play so many times. I've seen her be down in the first game and kind of step back with her coach, figure some things out, and come back strong. So.
And she finds ways to win, and
Yes.
you know, the sign of a great player is somebody who wins when they're not playing their best.
Right.
And I know I was talking with Paola Longoria yesterday, and I know that she's got problems with that shoulder. The tape is not, it's not on there because it's not a decoration. She's got some real problems with it, and I think that she's just trying to get through this tournament because it's the U.S. Open. It's a big moment for her. She wants number 100. She wants the U.S. Open title once again.
Yeah, which would be her 10th U.S. Open title.
So there's a lot of numbers involved in this, and so there was no way she was going to say, I'm going to take some rest like my doctor recommends, etc.
Right. Well, I mean, fortunately for the players, they have a little break after the U.S. Open. They an extended break, about a month, a little over a month off, because our next event for the LPRT is Chicago, is the Turkey Shoot in Chicago at the Glass Court Swim and Fitness Club, and that is the weekend before Thanksgiving. So definitely some time to rest and rehab for Longoria.
And if you're anywhere near Chicago, come out and watch these ladies in person. It's so much fun. Here we go, 13-8. Can't hit to that forehand. Longoria has been lethal with it so far in game one. Brings up game point. Well, Rivera had her hand up and then just stopped play and almost gave up.
Yeah, I think she almost hit Longoria on that follow through, but just relinquished the point there. So
just like that, Longoria takes game one. We'll take a break. Thank a sponsor. We'll be back for game number 2. We'll see if Rivera can take it. And we're back in, everyone. Tim and TJ joining you for this final quarterfinal of the day. Of course, we have doubles semifinals coming up. Both of these players will be in action.
Yeah, we have two exciting doubles matchups a little bit later at 4:10 Minneapolis, Minnesota time. That's Central Time. So our first matchup in doubles in our pro doubles semis is Muncie Mejia and Alexander Herrera will be taking on Nancy Enriquez and Jessica Bria. That's an all Mexico semi. That'll be a good match. And then at 6:20, roughly 6:20 p.m. Central Time, Samantha Salas and Paula Longoria will be back on the main court against, again, Maziel Rivera and her partner Brenda Laime.
Great shot from Rivera. And perhaps a little bit of inexperience. I thought she could have stepped in and she would have had that avoidable hinder. She stepped and then backed out and took the shot.
And this bleacher's kind of broken. Yeah, I mean that's.
It's something that YouTube created like 3 weeks ago. It's a YouTube thing, which is cool. That's a loose ceiling ball. Rivera got punished for that one. Longoria has just won point after point on her forehand side. Rivera started the match so well, just really attacking and hitting from everywhere, and I almost feel like she's gone into Longoria's game, which is let's play percentage. Here's a good example. The longer the rally, the more it favors Longoria.
Yes.
I'd like to see Rivera say, you know what, we're going to win or lose on my terms. I'm going to take my shots, which is what she was doing early, and it's why she was leading in game one. Just too easy. Loose ceiling ball again from Rivera. She was animated, bouncing around in game one, ahead, and now we see head starting to come down, slowing down. Everything getting a little bit more negative.
It's so easy out here, isn't it? It's so easy when you don't have that frustration, pressure, emotional involvement, all that kind of stuff. It's easy to sit out here and watch and say what the player should be doing. Absolutely.
Of course. And absolutely, yes. It's our job, though, TJ. We do what we can.
Yeah. I'm not complaining.
So Rivera stepped in and hit that forehand for a winner side out. But again, we saw a loose C-serve from Rivera. She's just not able to hit it well.
Yeah, I think we have a equipment timeout.
No, I don't know if it's classified as a timeout. She indicated timeout.
Oh, okay. So it is a timeout. Looks like she's getting a new glove. That's what it.
That's all. Oh no, she's taping her finger. I'm not really sure. I think she got a little cut on it, perhaps.
Broken fingernail that can be
perhaps, yeah.
pretty irritating in a racquetball glove.
So Rivera comes out for a little instruction. And it looks like Longoria is good to go. Yeah, it's her hitting hand, her first finger. She got some wrapping over it. Looks like we're good to go. Longoria's mother and father in attendance. They regularly attend her events. It's funny,
Yeah,
they don't sit next to each other. It's funny. I've seen that actually with parents all week, where some of them, they just can't sit next to each other. One is too animated and one doesn't. One wants to be by themselves because it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it's hard on parents who are watching their son, daughters play, especially an event of this magnitude.
Well, a rare skip on the forehand side from Longoria. Maciel, she needs points. The Z serve hasn't been effective lately. She switches it to the drive serve cross court.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty obvious skip there.
I think Longoria more hopeful than
trying to
else.
sell it.
It's just smart.
Yeah, you know what? There was one that Maziel Rivera pushed into the front wall again in that first game. She didn't push everything. Everything was solid, big swings, intensity, and I don't see that right now.
Broken strings from Rivera. So she'll have an equipment timeout to change those. It's an equipment timeout. She has 30 seconds to go get her racket. So Rivera is just clarifying, but she's not allowed to receive coaching during that timeout. So we're back in, 5 serving 1. There you go, Rivera. Nice. Soft hands. Longoria, a little long on the ceiling ball. Screen serve.
It's a second serve.
Wow, that was far left for a forehand. And Longoria, very animated. You know, you're leading, you're up a game, you're up in the second game.
Yeah.
And here you are, you know, essentially chewing yourself out for running around to hit that forehand. She does it better that time. Oh, wait, we had encroachment. She's not going to like this call.
I didn't see it, was it?
I didn't see it either. And we saw the replay. She looked fine. This is where Longoria has to maintain her composure and just this is
play.
The call.
Yeah.
Let's get on and play. And I think this is more just her venting a little bit to refocus. Wow, how about that? The drama. Backhand pinch rollout from Longoria. Set up, Rivera. Beautifully done. Three serving 5.
Segundo servicio.
Very close to encroachment, but I don't think she was over the line there.
So 3 times we've seen Longoria run around and hit that forehand, and I think that really convinces me her backhand is bothering her.
Segundo.
Second serve called. Having a little drama in this second game. What's the call?
What did she say?
Point.
Okay.
Avoidable hinder. Let's take another look. It's hard to argue against that.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty obvious one.
This is where Rivera needs to go left. She's going right. It's her natural swing in that situation with her feet positioned the way they were. Can't hit it to Longoria's forehand this afternoon. It's the small things, TJ. They add up, and then it makes a very large difference in the scoreline.
Yes. Just chipping away at it, right?
Yep, some loose returns from Rivera from this half lob to the left side, and it sets everything up for Longoria. And again, Longoria, yeah, she just grabbed her shoulder after that last shot. Let's see if we can see it during the replay. Yep, right there. She's definitely struggling with that. Still, she leads. She's in control. Rivera just has lost that momentum. She's going to take a timeout, probably a wise one. She's down.
We'll take a break as well. We'll be back live at the U.S. Open in just 1 minute.
And we're back in. Longoria staying on the court. Why not? She leads. You see her working on that backhand. Rivera, good timeout, I thought. She's lost that momentum. She gets in the service box, but she just hasn't been able to score points when she's serving. That's a smart pass. Took some pace off it. Didn't go for broke. So, TJ, it will be interesting to see whether Longoria hits that serve next time she's in the service box.
Yes.
Good shot. Fist pump, Rivera.
4-8.
Good serve.
Hard serve.
Skip ball, Longoria. There's the animation that seems to make Rivera play better. And another point, Rivera.
6-8.
6 serving 8. 3 in a row for the Bolivian. Seems to have found a serve. And what she's trying to do here is keep it off Longoria's forehand. Skip ball, Longoria. Wow, TJ found a serve, and it's creating problems.
Right.
Too good from Longoria, but look where she was standing in the middle of the court, up by the encroachment line. Rivera had a chance to step in and take that shot. She didn't. She backed away, and then her return was loose. Smart shot, Longoria.
9-7.
9 serving 7. Wow. Great shot.
That's the shot we were seeing all through that game 1 where she was earning all those points. Just aggressive shot taking, pinches on both sides, forehand and backhand.
I'd like to see a replay of earlier in this point and look at how the ball crosses through the middle of the court right here, and you see Rivera backing up, and then has to play defensively. If she takes 2 steps forward, she can attack that, but it requires the confidence to hit that shot. Good shot, Rivera. A loose ceiling ball from Longoria, and we're back into a battle in game 2. TJ, it absolutely makes no sense to me why she went away from the half lob Z.
That was working.
It was working. She won point after point after point. We mentioned that the drive Z was coming off the back wall earlier in this match. She went back to it. Look what happened side out, and we'll see if that changes the momentum in this match. Smart shot, Longoria. There's a point. I think it was a bad decision, and I think Rivera has to let it go. If she holds on to that, why did I do that? It may cost her a few points here. Ooh, good shot. There's the shooter. 7 serving 10. Okay, so she's looked to some coaching. She's going back to what was working. It was a little short.
It was. I mean, that doesn't mean it was a bad choice of serve. It just has to be executed a little better than that, a little deeper than that.
Skip ball. Rivera, another point, 4 away from a place in the semifinals. Winner takes on Montse Mejia tomorrow. Great serve. Catching Rivera with her feet facing forward.
12-7.
If we go back and look at this match, we're going to see Longoria's forehand the winner of this match because she's hit it very cleanly and very effectively throughout. Rivera taking her second and final timeout. It's 13-7. We'll take a timeout and be right back with you.
All right, welcome back. We're in game number 2. Paula Longoria trying to secure a place in the semifinal. She's 2 points away from winning this match. Maziel Rivera putting up a tough fight here, trying to inch back in to push this match to a tiebreaker.
The timeout worked. She got the side out. She's going to stick with this. She needs it a little deeper than last time.
It's a better serve.
Much better. Okay, she'll shoot this. And she'll win the point.
Those pinches. Man, she's so consistent at these. I'm so impressed that she is that consistent on both sides. Both corners. And they're flat. I mean, they're not going anywhere.
Longoria wanted to run over. Changed her mind. That's the one she could step in and hit. And she was punished. She's done it a couple times. You just sense she wants to step in and then changes her mind and backs out. And so if she watches this, that's something she can practice. Because we know Longoria will hit that again and again if it's going to force her opponent deep. Point given. I have to agree with it.
Yeah, me too. Doesn't matter if you jump, still taking away a straight in shot.
Brings up match point number 1 for Longoria. Reminder, we have an interview with the winner after this match. Second serve coming up. Great reach from Longoria. Not that time. Rivera and Longoria wins it in 2 tough games, 15-8, 15-8. Well, we take a break. We'll get Longoria on the court for a quick interview, and we'll be back in just a minute.
All right, Paula Longoria, congratulations on another great match here and another trip to the semifinals at the U.S. Open. We noticed you have a lot of tape on your shoulder here. I'm sure that's affecting your game a little bit, but I have to give a shout out to Maziel for playing such an incredible match.
Yeah, sure. She's been playing really well. She's been having a good season. She beat my partner the last tournament, and she's playing really tough, and that motivates all the players to keep working hard and to be pushing every time, because all the players are really raising their level every time. So I feel very happy to be here at this tournament. It means a lot to me, the US Open. This tournament opened all the opportunities to me when I won this tournament for first time since I was 18 years, and I believe that I can be number one. So this tournament, after I win it, I decided to come and live in US and dedicate all my career in this sport. So I really appreciate all the people that is watching me on the LPRT network. Thanks for supporting me, all my sponsors, my family, my boyfriend, my team that is here. I really appreciate it. And yes, it's the first time I have a lot of tape on my shoulder, and it kind of feels weird, but I'm dealing through an injury really, really bad on the shoulder, but I know for some reason it's happening. It's been 20 years playing this amazing sport, and of course I want to get back, and I can share with a lot of people later, but it could be surgery, couldn't be. So it's a lot of possibilities here, but what I wanted just to play with no pain and get back strong.
Yeah, I have to say, you mentioned how much the players have raised their level of game, and that is such a contribution to the sport from you, because you have raised the bar for women's professional racquetball. So again, congratulations and good luck in your semis, both singles and doubles later tonight. All right, good job.
So Samantha Salas claims, Paula Longoria claims this. I meant to say Samantha Salas will be playing with her in doubles coming up later as the 1 seeds. We have 2 more doubles matches coming up this evening. We hope you stick with us for them. But for now, myself, Tim Baghurst, Jay Josie, TJ Bamba, thanks so much for watching.